This is your September 2022 soul story. If you have a sun rising or moon in the sign, this is your reading. It's Romy here. I appreciate you tuning in to my channel. We are going to open up in our Virgo season with the energy of the Ten of Swords for you. You are putting something to rest, and last month was a big month, and I think you're still really allowing the dust to settle and figuring out how you truly feel about things. There may even be some people in your life whose behavior or actions surprised you, and you're still kind of processing and kind of coming to terms with that as well. The Ten of Swords, though, is really an invitation, I think, to embrace this month of September as a reset and as an opportunity for kind of a fresh perspective and taking something on a whole new level. And what we want to leave behind with that Ten of Swords is also a lot of the beliefs and the thoughts and the stories that have perpetuated in keeping you stuck and keeping you feeling like you're in this place of resistance. And we have the bird here feeding the chick in the nest, and it's almost like whatever you did wasn't enough. You know, you were trying and there was like only so many things that you could do to try to convince someone or to show someone. I kind of feel for some of you that's going to have been an experience lately. But this is a month in September, Leo, where I feel like not only do we have the new beginning that's going to come from that natural point of release and closure from the Ten of Swords, but in second house energy, there's an invitation for you to step back in your knowing, in your greatness, and really allow yourself to receive. And we need you to be confident in that so that you don't block yourself and you don't let the doubts start to come in, because you have done the work. And this is about a recognition of your value. It's about knowing what it is that you bring to the table. Now, you do need to be aware with what the loudest call in your heart is at the moment, because I think all the way through September there's going to be a storyline running for you, Leo, in terms of how am I honouring this? How am I respecting this? How am I expressing this? What do I need to change in the way that I'm thinking, or what I think is possible in regards to this? So there's a little bit of a journey of discovery, I think, that you're going on. And you may even feel challenged a little bit in some of these areas in terms of your worth. I think something that you might be offered simply isn't good enough, and you're going to have to stand back and wait. You're going to have to stand your ground almost. Now, in Virgo season, we have a natural tendency to want to problem solve. We're looking at the details, and we can be a little bit overly critical of situations, but also ourselves. So Page of Swords is coming in with a little bit of reminder that sometimes you're going to need an extra dose of compassion on top of some of the things that might be said to you, or that you're saying to yourself or somebody else. So we're also going to be welcoming, remember, a Mercury retrograde in the air sign of Libra from the 9th of the month, which means that miscommunication and things being misconstrued can come through quite powerfully. You may even have somebody really playing the victim energy card. You yourself may feel a little bit woe is me at times through the month. But don't let this block you, okay? Because there's something really profound that wants to sort of get your attention this month. And in a way, I suppose I want to say to you, Leo, there's a recognition in September that you're never really going to get done with the wanting. And in a way, it almost serves as a bit of a relief, because it is an indication that you're never going to stop and just settle. So even though you feel like this thing that I thought I wanted actually isn't fulfilling me, or how will I know if it will fulfill me? Well, there's a part of the way that things are going to unfold, the way that you're being invited to perceive things, that's going to help you to understand that you're going to constantly want to birth these new desires. And that's important because it's going to help you to sustain the growth and also to keep realizing more and more potential within yourself. Through that process, and I think in the way in things are going to be unfolding with regards to connections and relationships this month, and we'll have a big emphasis around that with Mercury retrograde in Libra and obviously coming into Libra season, You need to learn how to advocate for yourself. And I think you're getting to a very clear understanding where you are no longer going to pretend or really acquiesce. There's something about you recognizing situations, energies, people, places that don't make you feel safe, don't make you feel that you're able to be yourself, and just kind of giving yourself permission to sort of wrap that up. There's a really kind of strong wrapping up energy that's coming through here. And I think it's just because you've hit that point of no return. And I think that this month you are being invited to really do the best that you can do until you know better. And when that I know better moment lands, which I think it will, then you have to do better, which means that you're going to, you're going to make some fairly clear, decisive choices for yourself. Now, we're going to be approaching the full moon in Pisces on the 10th of the month, which illuminates your 8th house. Just going to remind you that nothing is out of your price range, Leo, when you're dreaming. Yeah, Pisces really helps to activate our imagination. And there's something being illuminated here with the Hanged Man that you may feel a bit stuck or unsure or in limbo in regards to some finances, abundance, something that you want to invest in, or where money is tied up in some regard. And it's almost like you don't know how to navigate or what the best approach is going to be. And if there's a big strong emphasis in August, which there is, around your sense of value, your sense of deservedness for the things that you want, the life you want to live, how you want to draw things towards you, then using that full moon and the energy of that full moon, not only to bring in some healing energy around your own stories in relation to that, but realizing that nothing is out of your reach when you are visioning this. And we really want you to think about that law of assumption, not just law of attraction. I'm losing my voice this month. So when we are into the energy of that Pisces full moon, we're also going to welcome sextile to Uranus, which means that there's going to be some surprising revelations. Something might come in around that time that you weren't expecting from an abundance perspective. So I do see that you have something to celebrate or something to feel quite optimistic about. You might have even been thinking the worst and it comes in way better than you anticipated. So that's really powerful, but it's going to be as a direct result of you opening yourself up to the fact that there's so much here for you, and don't set your sights too low. Yeah, we want you to raise your standards here. Now, you are going to be invited to look at something quite differently, and you're going to have to surrender into a situation. You may feel like absolutely your hands are tied with regards to something at some point during the mid-month. I'm going to say to you that through September we have 6 astrological trines taking place, really beautiful, auspicious cosmic boosts to help support us. They're coming in on the 11th, 18th, 19th, 25th and 27th. So if in that first part of the month you're still processing, you're still letting the dust settle, you're feeling a little bit disconnected or vibrationally not quite where you want to be, and things come in and you feel a bit stuck, let this full moon pass. And as you start to come through that mid-month, especially as we approach equinox, what you're going to realize is the tables are going to turn. Something is going to go almost in a completely different direction than you'd anticipated or you'd expected, given the evidence that might have been revealed to you in the first part of the month. Okay, so look out for that. Now, we've got the asteroid goddess energies moving this month. On the 6th, Pallas Athena, who, remember, helps us with strategy, is shifting into Cancer. And so we bring a level of emotional intelligence to the situation. But the King of Swords is also coming in here with a firm emphasis around that strategy. And remember, in Virgo energy, we do want to focus on the details and make sure that we are putting things in place that are going to protect us. So maybe that's in regards to your investment, maybe that's in regards to your health, well-being and vitality. You know what your boundaries are, you know how much you can give before you start to run dry. But whatever it is, there's a discernment and a focus that's required, and it's absolutely coming from lessons hard learnt, Leo. So look back and remember, especially in a month where a lot of things are coming back from the past to reassess and reevaluate, particularly around relationships. So if someone's showing back up again and all of a sudden you start to feel that energy that makes you feel really stuck or heavy or uncertain, and then all of the language and the thoughts that you're thinking start to come in a particular tone and energy, you have to remember what you went through, where you're at now, what you're worthy of, what you're deserving of, and stand back in that knowing, in that place, in that truth. I think there's something about this month where you'll want to take the road less travelled. So regardless of how many people are trying to tell you it's more safe or comfortable for you to follow a particular path tried and tested, I think there's something incredibly sort of maverick and confident about you this month that wants to challenge your fears, that wants to deal with the things that have held you back and kind of take them on head on. You're learning to count on yourself in really powerful new ways in spite of the world telling you that you can or you won't or you shouldn't. And so, you're very protective of the things that matter most to you, as you should be. And I don't think there's anything that's actually going to stop you, but we are aware and we are in tune with the fact that there's a continuous kind of stream of parts of that collective energy that will try to disrupt you and give you all sorts of reasons to feel that heightened anxiety. And the nervous systems are already deeply sensitized, but there's something about this wrapping up, this moment where you know better and you realize actually that's not a game I want to play, it's not a game I'm part of, and you give yourself permission to unplug from that. So I think we deal with a lot of things in an incredibly capable way this month, and I think that stands you in good stead with regards to what you want to see or what you're expecting or looking for in particular situations. Now, there isn't a need to rush. Something is naturally going to take its course, okay? So let it show you. Let it reveal to you what that's going to be. Because if you try to fight against it, it's going to feel like it's all going out of its right order. And then you might end up kind of delaying something inadvertently when you didn't need to. But equinox on the 22nd is going to come in and help to regulate, to give you an opportunity to seek that deeper inner harmony. It's a big focus around the mental plane through the month of September, with Virgo being Mercury ruled and Mercury in retrograde, and so there's a rewiring taking place, a reprogramming, and you're more than ready and up for it. And I really feel like the disruption of the natural rhythm is going to be quite welcomed by you in a way, because it's going to give you the opportunity to kind of road test something, and also to sort of reposition yourself in whatever capacity that is, within your family, within your friendship group, at work, in your business, in your relationship. Because there's changes that have taken place that people aren't still quite fully aware of yet within you. And this is definitely a month I see you kind of taking advantage of that. Now let's take a look at the next 3 cards. We're going to cover these off in our extended reading, Leo. So if you are new to the channel, you can find the link in the comment and the description box underneath, and we talk for another 25 minutes or so to give you some deeper insight into your month ahead. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and clarify our main spread now, just to see what additional messages we're going to be dealing with for you for the month of September. So just beginning with that 10 of Swords here, 7 of Wands, Knight of Swords, okay. Another page coming through here, 9 of Pentacles. A lot of these trines that are coming in are in earth signs, which is wonderful because it really helps us to start to bring form to things, and that's a beautiful energy to work with in second house as well for you. The Tower's showing up there with that Knight of Cups. Energy, 7 of Cups, another Page of Swords coming in there. Might be quite a lot of gossip going around through this month as well. Remember, Mars is in Gemini as well, so if you don't want people to know your business, be mindful who you're sharing information with. But it's also really powerful if you're trying to get something out there and to be heard properly. Inspired ideas coming through for you as well. Keep an eye out, particularly around the 11th of the month. Oh. Okay, Leo, I'm just going to invite you to think about a personal question that might not have come up in those main cards so far, and we will pull you an additional message that we will talk about in our extended reading. Okay, Oracle cards, what do we have to join this energy conversation for you? New Moon in Libra coming in on the 25th this month, by the way. As you write an orchid, beautiful. Lyrian Stargate, personal power, healing entanglements, throat opening. We'll go into that in a little bit more depth shortly. And this is Life Soul Vision, my new Oracle deck that is now shipping in September, if you have ordered your copy. If not, and you want to see the full card reveals, please check them out over on my website, romywiser.com. And you have soul stories. Wonderful. Look forward to sharing the message of that with you shortly if you're joining me. Otherwise, I'm going to wish you a beautiful month ahead. You take care, and I'll see you again next time, Leo. Bye for now.